Hi, this is Steeve Austin for Urban Dance Teacher Academy. I wanted to take a few minutes to shoot this video and talk about you and the specific situation you might find yourself in. If you're like many of the people I worked with, then you've probably been asked to teach a dance class, or maybe you've been teaching for a while, but all you want to do is up your game. Then this video is made exactly for you. Urban Dance Teacher Academy is the training that I wish I had when I started out. It's the training that my students have been using to become better teachers and better their career. So maybe you're just starting out, or maybe you've been teaching for a while, you're doing this full-time, or maybe you're doing this part-time, you have a job on the side, or maybe you're like me. When I started out, all I wanted to do is share my knowledge and my skills with other people. I just wanted to share my passion. So you're probably fully excited and you know that there are many possibilities out there. You could probably almost taste how cool it would be to vibe with your students, see them grow and get paid doing it. But on the other hand, you might have your doubts and wonder if this could really work for you, because your parents, your friends, they tell you that this is not a real job, which is kind of frustrating because you know that people have been successful at it and you wonder if this could really work for you. It's very difficult to find a path between all the options that are out there. So you might worry about not having enough students, or you might not know how to make them improve or how to stay constantly creative. You might not know how much to get paid, or even how to land a job. What if the idea of teaching huge groups like completely freak you out? And I would understand, because that's exactly where I was when I started out. But the bottom line is, I want you to be on the right path. So I want to make sure your students and employers are happy with you, truly happy, that people can actually look up to you and feel how passionate you are. When I was exactly in that spot, I wished there was a roadmap, or maybe a blueprint, a playbook, something that would teach me how to become a successful dance teacher. So I want to make this thing simple for you. I've been teaching this training for a long time now. And of course, it evolved since the very beginning. And I've had hundreds of people in class. So there's an evolution in there. But we have to start somewhere. So my students, they teach all kinds of different people in different dance styles, in different locations. So to come back to you, if everything went well, you've probably been through the 3 first videos, and this is what I want you to do. I want you to think how all these things apply to your situation. Those are techniques I use to grow my own audience and to live from my passion. So of course, I did make mistakes along the way, but I actually want you to be able to avoid them. So let's dive into this last video. I wanted to kind of make a list of what I think a dance teacher is supposed to master and know. So let's go. In previous videos, we talked about how to structure your dance class, but we also talked about the biggest mistakes dance teachers make and what qualities a dance studio are looking for in a dance teacher. And if you combine all that knowledge, you should be able to figure out what you need to be able to do. But for the sake of clarity, I'm just going to go over a list. We all want our students to be happy and inspired, and there are multiple ways to inspire. One of them is delivering great content. It's a struggle, right, to stay creative all the time. And if you want to be successful, you definitely have to come up with new choreography and new exercises on a regular basis. And there are tons of things you can do and tricks you can apply to just keep the juices flowing. So also your attitude is going to play a big role. As a dance teacher, you have to have certain personality traits, and if you do not have them all, do not panic, because everything kind of can be trained and improved upon. For example, if you take just-in-time learning, you'll understand then that you have to be adaptive. You have to have a good sense of observation. You want to be able to give the students what they need exactly when they need it. Improvising will obviously be required, and your focus has to be on the student. There's no place for egocentric behavior. There's a constant loop of observation and reaction that has to be going on. You also can use target-oriented teaching, and by using that you can reverse engineer what you have to do to achieve your goals. So first you have to know what you want to see happen in class. So you have to think of what you want to see happen in class and what you need to do to get those results. So preparing your class is an absolute requirement, and we're not just talking about making choreography, we're talking about or talking about making exercises. You have to have alternative goals than just dance steps, and you have to be able to know how to categorize those. Also, your knowledge of your content needs to be sufficiently good for you to be able to explain it to your students and allow them to get it and perform it. And this capacity to explain is kind of an art in and on itself, because you have to be good at using your body, your words, your movement to spark interest, keep your students focused and excited, and allow some room for self-expression. You have to facilitate the learning process without your students even noticing it. And you have to be entertaining, and you have to educate. So you have to know a whole bunch of tricks and techniques to be ready to adapt to any situation and to figure out how to be the most effective. There are also different stages in learning, and you have to be able to understand where your students are in those stages. And it's very important for you to be able to guide them in the right way. A good guidance is also required for the students to be able to feel something. Use the power of storytelling. Add emotional value to your class. It should be an experience every single time. On the other hand, you also have the responsibility towards your class to keep them safe and secure, because we're using our body for this art form and it's pretty sacred. So warming up, cooling down, stretching, moving in general has to be kept within the boundaries of what our body is capable of doing. Therefore, you probably need to learn a little bit of anatomy and a little bit of physiology. You need to understand the movement yourself, and you have to know how it feels. This means that you have to be the example that your students can follow in terms of behavior, posture, mental state. Our students have the tendency to do what we do, but then way worse. So therefore, you have to give 200% of yourself. And outside the fact that teaching and human skills we need to be required, like you have to be able to do other stuff as well, like filming your class, editing your music, promoting yourself on social media, etc. There are so many things you have to be able to do. The vast majority of teachers are self-employed. So that pretty much means that you are a business. You need to distinct yourself, stand out from the crowd. One of the first sentences I've learned when I was taking training myself is that a good teacher stays a student forever. You always have to improve and evolve. And this applies to dance techniques, teaching skills, but also other domains like marketing and bookkeeping. And I could be going on for hours, and I could break down every single one of the things that I just said into 1,000 points. And I just can break down this thing in so many little points that a teacher has to be able to do. And that's why I created Urban Dance Teacher Academy. Because I want it to be a learning place where you can learn how to master every single one of these topics and use the techniques that I personally used for my career. Now, with all the information you just got, you might feel a bit overwhelmed, and I do understand, but I kind of want you to master it all, because I strongly believe that will all have an impact on your career, on the dance community in general, and on the future dances that you're going to be making. Learning all of it all at once is too much, but the Dance Teacher Academy has been split in different chapters that you can consume at a pace that allows you to grow and not feel completely lost. As a member as well, you'll have access to a brand new chapter every month, and the chapter is divided in quizzes, exercises, theory. You can take the exercises with you to your class, and the exercises will increase in difficulty and diversity as we move along the months. Some membership levels also give you the option to upload a video for me to review, and then I'll tell you what you can improve. and also help you a little bit how to teach you how to brand your class. It's absolutely unique. You should take advantage of the forums as well. Share your experiences, your struggles, your wins. Talk to other dance teachers that are on the platform. So now I'm going to open up the enrollment for a limited time and a limited group of people, because I want to be able to take care of everyone, and having too big of a group might hinder that. Also want to make sure that it's affordable and accessible to all, so I just also input there the possibility to pay in installments. My goal is to create a movement of dance teachers that really know what they're doing and care about their craft. So if you're one of us, I really sincerely hope you will join us. I'm very, very excited because I know a lot of you guys are at the start of something new and exciting and big. And I want to hear about your growth. I want to hear about how much fun you're having teaching your class. Thank you so much for sticking with me through all these videos. And I really hope we can meet each other on the inside. I'm here if you have any questions. Thank you guys for watching, and see you on the inside.